And we're live. What's up?
Are we live?
Yes, sir.
Are we
What's up,
live?
Tito?
Are we live? Are we live?
Yes, sir.
Are you sure we're live?
Indeed. I promise. I swear to God. It says live.
Took us about 10 hours to get live.
Hey, it wasn't really technical this time though. Like we figured out our
How is it
technical
not
difficulties.
technical? We didn't even you couldn't even hear me.
Well, that's more of a audio thing, not a technical thing.
That would fall under technical.
That would fall under drug use.
Well, I mean, that's besides the point.
Yes.
All
So,
right.
what was you gonna
So
say?
go for it. Lead it off.
So, Dragoncon. You did 3 days. I did one.
Bitch, I did 4 days. No, I did 3 days. Yeah, I did 3 days. I had the 4 day pass though.
You took Saturday off.
Yeah.
Saturday was apparently trash though, because like half the people didn't even get to meet Perez.
Really?
We know Joe Benitez didn't ever want to show up.
What happened to George?
Well, I saw JLS's video, and JLS said that he didn't get to meet Perez because Perez was never at the table. So I don't
Really?
know about that. Yeah,
Oh wow, that sucks.
yeah, but we met him
I mean, I met him three times. So I mean,
3 times in your life, or 3 times this weekend.
this weekend.
You guys are like besties, then, huh?
No, well, funny story. Oh, you're gonna hear a whole bunch of vibration because like I got notifications. Funny story. He doesn't remember me per se, but he remembers my story, if that makes sense. He remembers I was the guy that I drove from Georgia to Houston. He remembers that, not me.
Well, then he remembers you, right?
He does. He remembers the story. Me telling him the story when I was at Houston.
Really fucking cool guy, but we're getting ahead of ourselves. So let's start with Friday. Tell us about Friday.
All right. So, my
Let's start off with
recommendation.
just how big this motherfucker is.
Well, hold on. So, hold on. Let me cover up my government name. Right. All right. This is what the 4 day pass looks like. You get a nice little serial number and stuff. But if you plan to go to MegaCon, I think it's in November or January. Those two time periods. Right? That's probably the best time to get your tickets because those tickets are like $90 for the 4 day pass. So I just want to lead off with that next time. Um, I waited entirely too late, basically like 3 days before I went, and I got the 4 day pass, which I spent. How much did I think I spent like $160. If I would have like was concreted and known that I was going, I would have done it back in November or January for like $90. But you mentioned it, Jasir, Richard mentioned it. This thing is huge, right? And I took it for granted. I came in with, I'm a con veteran type attitude, probably, what's it called, ego. But yeah, that thing was a little bit bigger than I anticipated. But for me, registration on Thursday because it was fast flowing. I prepaid it, so all I had to do was show them my confirmation number. They typed it up. I got my badge, and I was done. That line was stupid sick, but it was fast, like fast. You probably were standing still like 1 second out of however long, but it was constantly moving, which was freaking awesome. You didn't have to stay in line for like hours at a time. I think in total, I was probably in line for like 20 minutes, and I was way back there. So that was cool. Met up with this dude. Um, told him it was my first time, and he kind of like took me under his wings and showed me where I wanted to go. So I thought it was going to be like a preview night. So I went to the comics building, and they're like, "No, bro, cut it short. We start Friday." So I just went home.
And what happened? What time did you get there Friday?
I
Like
got there.
Friday wasn't near as busy as it was like Sunday, right?
See, I try to go there on the days that it's not busy, unless that particular artist only shows up on Saturdays. So Friday, I got there. Oh man, I got in line at 9:30, and the doors opened up at 10. So I just waited in line, and it was quick. Like as soon as no, I got there about 9:20. Got in line at 9:20. At 9:30 is when they opened up the building and started queuing everybody in. And then at 10 o'clock is when they actually let people into the showroom floor. And there was four floors.
Now that's
So
just the
all in
fourth floor
all,
of the
like
building.
the initial like get in registration was super easy. The complicated thing for me, well, I guess not for me because I was only there for one purpose. But if I was there for multi purposes, this thing is 3 city blocks long, wide, and the main venues were at either 3 or 4 buildings. So if you weren't familiar with Atlanta, if your GPS sucked, then you're kind of SOL.
But it's just so the four floors was that one building. What the hell was going on in the other like four buildings? Because we didn't even go there.
Dude, honestly, I don't know. Like, I didn't go there either. I know one building was, I think,
The celebrity guests were in another building.
yeah, I know the celebrity guest was in another building. I think cosplay was another building. And then I have no idea about the fourth building. As a matter of fact, so when you register, did you get one of these?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. The yearbook. I
Yeah,
mean,
so you get these when you register, and this one is actually like the program guide, and which is cool because it kind of gives you a schedule of everything that's going on. It's highlighted in color, and the color there's like an index of what the color stands for. And I was only there for comics, so whatever. But I mean, it starts off at 10 o'clock in the morning, and then it goes to 11:30 at night. Jesus. So, there's stuff going on, and I think people were saying that there was like lingerie parties, right?
and there was
So,
lingerie parties, orgies, all kinds of fuck shit at night. But we had kids and stuff, so
yeah, so it was
we're family
cool.
anyway.
It gave you a breakdown of what happens every single day in this book. The only thing that this book doesn't have is a map. Let me make sure. I didn't even break open this book. Yeah, see, so the only thing that it didn't have was like the layout of the city. It tells you, like, for instance, Grand Hall D Hyatt. So it's at the Hyatt building, but there's no actual map in this. It tells you like all this stuff, but there's no map to the city on where to go. You pretty much had to like type in on GPS America's Mart 2 and boom, you're gone. You go to it.
Oh yeah, you had to Google Maps like a motherfucker there. It was a bitch. I looked like a tourist. I know.
Yeah, yeah, you did. Oh, parking, man. Like I don't know about you, but my
I could
parking
not
was
find
really
my
easy.
fucking car, dude.
Huh?
I could not find my fucking car.
That's how it was
'Cause
at Atlanta Comic Con. I learned real quick. But yeah,
I parked at the Hyatt, but there's two different fucking Hyatts, so I didn't remember which Hyatt I parked in. So I was just walking through fucking Hyatt parking lots looking for my fucking car.
Yeah, I literally parked like 30 seconds away from America's Mark II because that's the only building I knew I was going to go to.
Yeah, I didn't even know where America's Mart was because that was not there last time I went. It was just
And
like
that's what I
300.
was saying about the guy that took me underneath his wing. He literally walked me to America's Mark from registration. So
Yeah,
that was
it's
really cool.
and then when you get to America's Mart, you got to stand in that. You got to go all the way around the damn building to get in the line to get in the building.
That, well, yeah, that of course that's if you're running a little bit behind schedule. I because I
But I
mean,
totally don't understand that because it's not like they limit how many people are going in the building at a time.
well, that's they actually had a fire marshal on station walking back and forth, making sure it wasn't overcrowded. And I don't know about you, but I never felt it was overcrowded at no time I was there.
Well, I yeah, well, until they didn't like you got around the people who didn't take a bath, and
Well, that's just about every con.
yeah, that was different.
How about you? How was
Especially,
your initial experience?
well, I was fucking lost. I kept texting you like, "Where the hell is this and this and this?" You were just like, you said, "Go up the hill and to the left." I'm like, "What fucking hill and what left? North, south, east, west, what?"
Dude, as soon as you walk out of registration, there's like either you take a left or right. If you go right, you're going down the hill. If you go left, you're going up the hill.
And then like that's when I broke out the Google Maps and felt like a tourist.
Yeah,
And then Mara West Building 1, I didn't know there was a Building 2. I don't know what the hell was going on in Building 1, but security was tight as fuck in that thing.
dude, I don't know.
Like there was two armed guards at the door checking your badges, and I'm like, we're looking for the vendor thing. They're like, that's at Building 2. And I'm like, what the fuck's in here? That there's two armed guards and shit.
What, was that Celebrity Hall?
Now celebrities were in the Hilton.
Huh. Maybe it was like cosplay people.
Or I don't know, the president or something. Well, I don't see Donald Trump going to this motherfucker. Anyways,
Uh,
who did you run? What did you do Friday? You just got six or what?
yeah, so Friday I went hunting for a little bit, and we'll talk about that when you get when you get involved. But pretty much, I swear, see, I get Grayson out during the chat, and he wants to like be bougie and let everybody know he's here. Enough, bud. We get it. You're here.
And we totally didn't plan to wear matching outfits with me with the Batman shirt and you with the Nightwing shirt. That just fucking happened like
Yeah.
organically.
Yeah, for the folks like the one person that's probably watching this, uh, you can catch all this, like all the pictures and stuff on Instagram, either on his or on mine. I captured a lot. Probably Instagram's going to ban me here soon. But yeah. So like no BS. I wasn't thinking I was going to meet you because last time we tried to do this, you pushed out on me.
Well, I was there this time. I did drugs. I was good.
So yeah, I mean, and well, Friday, all I did was get signatures. That's legitimate, and I went hunting, and I was done. Like I wasn't there. If I had my kids, or if I was there for any other reason than just the comics, I probably would have stayed there longer. But because I was just there for the comics and stuff, I had no other reason to be there. So I left, and I went to I think
Did it
one.
not seem like it was kind of overwhelming with so much shit to do?
What's that?
Didn't it seem kind of overwhelming that there was just so much shit to do and you didn't know where to do it or where to be? That's how I
Well,
felt when I first got there.
it was overwhelming for me. It was overwhelming because I wasn't used to a con that had different locations. But I was okay with it because I was only there for one location. If I was you or if I had my kids, I'm pretty sure I would have to go to Celebrity Hall, get autographs, take pictures, and then make my way towards uh, the vendor building. The America's Mart 2 is basically the vendors and the comic artists. That's where what America's Mart 2 was. Just nothing but vendors and the artist. But I was only there, and then like I said, I was done. My hunger wasn't fulfilled, so I went to Second and Charles. Oh, I didn't bring it. All right, talk, sunshine. I
And
want
just to get
to get.
a scale of how big these 4 stories were, we never made it to the first floor. So I don't even know. In the vendor building, I don't even know what was on the first floor, what they were selling, if there were comics there, what. Fourth floor was artists. Third floor and second floor were vendors. First floor was a fucking mystery to me. I know there was shit there, but there wasn't enough time in the day to see it all. So
All right, my bad. What were you saying now?
I was saying, just to get a scale of how big it was, how we never made it to the first floor of the vendor
Yeah, yeah.
building. So I don't know what the hell was selling in there.
Okay, so
We
I went to
literally
Second
we
Charles.
literally spent 2 hours at one fucking comic vendor because you
Hold on,
were.
hold on. We're getting ahead of ourselves,
No,
right?
I know. I'm just saying, like, yeah.
So, like I said, Friday I wasn't done, so I went to Second and Charles. And me, Rich, and Sunshine, we've been talking about X-23 statues or different variety of statues and stuff. And so I was fortunate enough that they had a statue, right? Man, look at that. Hasn't been broken out yet because, of course, my comic room is in serious disarray right now. But this is a San Diego Comic Con exclusive. Um, I guess it's one of 4,000. It's an unmasked version. It's actually pretty sick.
That is hot.
Yeah, it's pretty sick. I can't wait to actually get a comic room going to break
Did
her
you get a
out.
deal on it, or was it retail, or what? I don't know how the prices work there.
It was $45, and then plus tax, I think it ended up being like 47.68 or something like that.
That's not bad.
Yeah, I mean, it was a second in Charles too, and she was like, "Oh, we got two of them. They sent it to us." I was like, "Are they opened? Like, are these like repurposed statues?" And like, "No, they're not open." I was like, "Let's do it." And then Master X, I don't know what video I did, but he was like, he wrote in the comments, he was like, "Hey, get a hold of me. There's a shop that you need to go to, and while you're out there." So on Friday, I got a hold of him. I was like, "Hey, I'm here. What's the shop?" So I went to that shop, and it's like they don't sell on site. It's like an eBay store, but it's a building. All he does is buys, but he sells online. And his Facebook said he was open. I knocked on the door, and nobody was there. The open sign was off, and I called the shop. I was like, "Hey, are you guys open?" So he let me in, and this dude, boxes everywhere, like boxes upon boxes. He was like, "You can't go through those because I haven't gone through those. You can't go through those. I haven't gone through those." So I was able to get some books, and then I went home.
So that's a mistake I made by going on a Sunday, because when I left the con, I was like, well, I'm going to stop by a shop. And then I realized it's fucking Sunday and all the shops were closed by the time I got done at the con. So there was no after party for me. I just went straight home.
Hmm.
But I stopped by a shop. I just didn't realize it was Sunday until I got there and looked at the fucking door.
Yeah. And then Saturday, I just, Sunshine was like, "Hey, don't get all your signatures. Hold off on some, so we can chill out and get signatures together. And I was like, cool. So Saturday, I was like, I know how these cons, well, the cons that I go to get on Saturdays, and it's not really important for me to go on a Saturday. So I just totally bypassed Saturday and just stayed at the house.
Yeah, and you're a fast moving person, anyways. I've come to find out. So you would have knocked everything out Friday, and we would have been bored hanging out with me.
What do you mean?
You
Really? I'm a
were
fast person?
moving.
Bro,
Yeah.
do you not remember? All right, let's go into Sunday. That's a perfect segue to Sunday.
Okay, let's do it.
All right, so I was already there. Sunshine mentioned that, he was running a little bit behind and trying to figure out where shit was. So I'm just
Oh no, I was
aimlessly
running
walking
behind
around.
because Sarah had to pee 37 fucking times on the way to Atlanta. If anybody has kids, you understand that part.
Well, I understand. Trust me, dude. My daughters hate me when we do road trips because the only time we stopping is when I have to stop. So they got to hold their shit unless they really have to go. So trust me, I know. I know how it is.
It was
But
I didn't fit that into the itinerary because I should have anticipated, like, she's gonna want to pee 45 times because that's what girls do.
especially like when you have to be somewhere, right? Like
Yeah, always.
it's so Sunday I was already there. Me and Sunshine were texting back and forth, and then out of nowhere he just pops up. Like I'm literally like I think I'm looking at something, and then I look up and bam, he's right there. And then we had
We loved each other and
yeah
said
we
our
had
love.
some loving moments. I think he shed a tear. It's okay. And then that was it.
Oh, yeah, I had a fucking heart attack. Yeah, but that's fine. We'll get to that though. Then you told me George Perez was already there. I didn't fucking now. Tell
Okay,
them
yeah.
about George
So
Perez. No, George Perez set up like a fucking pimp. No sign, no nothing on his table that says George Perez. It's just a table, a chair, no backdrop, nothing.
all right, so
So,
let me hold on. Let me reverse that. Right, as I was aimlessly walking around, I actually sent a message to his Facebook messenger, and I asked his wife, who runs his Facebook. I said, "Hey, what time is his signature stuff?" Because during that con, supposedly he was only allotted. Well, he allotted himself only 2.5 hours of signatures. He doesn't do any more sketches due to his medical issues. So it was from 2:30 to like 4 o'clock or 5 o'clock, right? It was one. What time did you show up? It was like 11 o'clock, 1 o'clock, or some shit like
no,
that.
it was about 9, 10 o'clock.
Yeah. So I saw him and I was like, oh snap, he's already sitting down. And I that's when I saw you and you were like, where's
Now,
George
mind
Perez
you,
at?
I
What
already
time's his
walked
panel?
through once and he was not there.
Huh?
Like when I walked through the first time before I ran into you, he was not there. So he must have just got there.
No, he was there already because I saw him.
Well, yeah, but within like 15 minutes of me walking past him, like
Oh,
I didn't see
maybe you
him.
walked past him and you didn't even realize it was him.
Yeah, because
You
he
know, he
was
lost
just,
like damn near 100 pounds.
and there's nothing saying, there's no, everybody had like their sign that says like Babs Tar,
Yeah,
Francisco,
their banners. Yep.
all the art behind him. He didn't even have a name tag. He's just a dude sitting at a table, chilling, talking to everybody,
With his Hawaiian shirt, right? His
and a
Islander
smile on
shirt.
his face. Coolest fucking guy you'll ever meet in your life.
Oh, dude, I thought you were gonna faint. Look. All right. So for whoever's watching, right? So I walk him to George Perez, and before we even get there, Sunshine's facial expression is kind of like a kid that just got his favorite toy. or walking down the stairs and seeing like Christmas presents, or looking at like the brand new GI Joe toy that's inside the, like his eyes blew up. He had this fucking shitting grin on his face, like
Well, given that 5 minutes earlier I was already in shock by this little AOK of yours, I was still in shock from that.
yeah. So it was, for me, my joy comes from seeing other people's joy. And I was extremely like happy to see your face. Like it showed that you were super happy to actually meet George Perez.
Oh fuck yeah, he's like my Stan Lee. He's like the Stan Lee of DC to me.
Yeah. Well, let him. How was your experience? I know I took like a billion pictures of your
Dude,
interaction.
he is so fucking cool. Like I was talking to you, like, what do I get signed? Because I was panicking. Like, do I just give him like one or two books or what? There was a dude sitting there getting a whole short box signed, but he was like letting people like pass. He was totally cool with it. George Perez was just like chatting with him, and I just pull out two books, and then I'm like, when I get to George Perez, I say, I brought a stack of books, but I don't want to bother you with them. He says, just cool as shit. Just says, just get them all out. I'll be happy to sign anything you got. Just give me everything.
Hmm.
And I'm like, are you serious? So I pull out this stack of fucking books.
It wasn't really a stack. How many books did you get signed? Like seven?
Seven. Yeah, seven.
Yeah.
To me,
Trust me,
that's a
that's
lot.
not a stack.
You Because I'm not the type that just walks up to people and just like hands them a fucking long box.
Be like, here you go.
Yeah, I don't do that. But like I get, and you were fucking shocked because I get my shit personalized. Everybody thinks that's weird, but I like it.
What do you say about your Wonder Woman?
Oh, he dug it. He said it was my Teen Titans he was impressed with because I gave him a
Oh, Teen
beat ass
Titans, Teen
copy.
Titans, yeah.
I gave him a beat ass copy of my Teen Titans #1, and I asked him to personalize it because I'm never going to sell it or anything. And he said, "Oh, I love this. You could tell it's been read and that you've loved it." And I thought that was cool as shit. And he writes, "To Sunshine, best wishes, George Perez." Which I'll show that right now. Damn, can you see that?
Yeah, raise it up some. We can't there. Raise it up more to the top of the book, dude. There you go. Yep.
Yeah. See, it's a beat copy, but it's mine. So he was
Who else
so.
did
See,
Who
I
else
want
did
to
you get to
assume.
meet?
Do what?
Who else did you get to meet?
Oh, I got. I'll show you what else I got signed though.
Oh, okay. Yep. Your Teen Titans
Got my #1.
44. Nice.
Yeah. And I don't want to get too far ahead because okay, there's that one.
Yep.
And this was my shit right here. He signed my entire set of JLA Avengers. There's issue 1.
Sunshine, you got to raise up your either your camera or lower your book because we can't see the signature. There you go.
There's issue 2. Or that was 3, my bad. There's 4. And to me, George Perez is just so awesome because I mean, look at this fucking cover. He draws everybody.
Oh yeah, dude. Like in the group shot game, nobody could beat him.
And then issue 2, which is another group. I mean, that is just so badass to me. And he was so fucking cool about it. Like, I'd love to sign all your books. Throw them up here. So I did.
So on Friday, I got to meet him, and I got one book signed. I specifically went there for him, but you know, because the window of opportunity was there, I got other signatures. But I went there, which is weird. You know, a con of this caliber, which is, you know, it ain't no, you know, Desert Eagle, maybe a 22, but you would think there would be some type of grading services representative there, whether it's CGC, CBCX, you know, PGX, or a facilitator. But there was none. There was absolutely zero representation of any grading company there, which kind of
Hey,
threw me off.
shout out J Rod Hams in the building.
Oh, nice. What's going on, J Rod? So I went there to get one book graded, yellow label, um, and then a raw book, right? My yellow label book would have been this one right here, right? Thank you, Dressier Richard. You have no idea.
Oh, you
Um,
got him to sign that Kung Fu?
huh?
You got him to sign that Iron Fist book?
No, I didn't get him to sign it because I wanted that one yellow label.
Oh yeah.
But this one was a raw book, right? So the story on this one, yes, I actually got this one in a frame. The story with this one, I go up to him, and you know, like I said before, he remembers a story. He doesn't remember me. And I break out this book, and I was like, "Hey, sir, is it okay if?" And I think he thought that I was going to say sketch, so he cut me off. He's like, "Well, I don't do sketches anymore since my heart attack." I was like, "No, sir, that's not what I'm going to ask." I was like, uh, "Can you please sign your name and then also write?" You still there?
Yeah.
Oh, uh, can you write Puerto Rico me encanto, which is uh, the White Tigers? His shirt says the same exact thing, and he remembers that. You know, during that we talked about the White Tiger and Puerto Rican and stuff like that. And another thing he was like, he's like, well, I didn't work on this book. I was like, I don't give two shits about the book. I care about this cover. And then he started talking to me in Spanish, right? So, although Spanish is what I was born, like, that's my first language, I left Puerto Rico when I was 5. So, English started, taking over. So, when somebody's talking to me in English and then flips it to Spanish, it takes me like a half a second to figure out, oh, this dude's talking to me in Spanish. So, that's exactly what happened. Like, he started kicking it in Spanish, and I'm like, oh, you're talking to me in Spanish now. Okay, and that's all right. So we started chatting back and forth. But the book was this book right here. All right, Justice League of America #1. It's the Puerto Rican flag variant. So he wrote, his signature down here, and then with the curvature of the flag, he wrote Puerto Rico me encanto. And he got a kick out of that. Oh my God, he got a kick out of that. And then this is probably one of my top 5 books in my collection now. It's freaking awesome. Sorry, but that's actually the only raw signature I got. And then you got me a raw signature.
Yeah, but that book was dope. You had to have that. I've been looking for that book fucking forever, and then the fucking artist had it of all things. So that was weird.
All right, what's next? Well, hold on. So let me just show these books real quick. Friday, I said I went hunting, and then at the con, this is actually the back page. The back. I want to say, I want to say it's either Wolverine 10 or 8 or maybe 6. I forgot which one it is. But it's just a cool McFarlane cover of Wolverine in the back. Hold on. Do you know what number it is, Sunshine?
The I don't remember.
It's Wolverine 6
Oh yeah.
with the cool McFarlane. And I already have this, but Now that I have a double, I can just show the backside. And then this was at the con for like $1, and then this one was at that one shop, right?
Oh,
Venom lethal protector, but it's the UPC variant.
newsstand.
Uh, during that whole newsstand hype, and I got into the whole reselling stuff, I sold mine for a crazy penny, but I was able to find this for, I want to say this was $2. I got it for $2. So, and it's fucking phenomenal. It's in great condition. And then I got, I'm on this Wonder Woman kick right now. So I got this Wonder Woman annual number 3, right, from 92. It's a Casada cover. And then this one was cool. I'm going to pretend like it's legit. The guy didn't upcharge me because he's like, there's no COAs, I can't confirm it. But Wonder Woman 101, but it has a John Byrne signature right there. And he charged me $1. So I was like, shit, all right. And then that was it. That's the only shopping that I did on Friday.
Well, you did some shopping, but it was more window shopping and negotiating.
Oh, I well, not really negotiating. It was preparing to negotiate. Because Saturday was actually negotiation time. I mean, Sunday was negotiation time.
Yeah, that's a long story we're gonna get into on that. All right, let
So,
me show you the first signature I got. Babs Tar.